Hello, and welcome back to Fluent English Journey. My name is Ava, and I'm here to guide you on your journey to clear, confident, and natural English. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a lesson. Your support truly helps this channel grow. All right, take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin today's session. Listen closely, because in the next few minutes, you will discover something about your mind, something that has been quietly controlling the way you speak English, the way you learn, even the way you feel every time you try to express yourself. And the most surprising part? You may not even know that it is happening. Welcome back to Fluent English Journey. Today, I want to take you on a slow, simple, friendly walk inside your own mind. Not the mind you use when you answer a question in class. Not the mind you use when you study a grammar rule, but the deeper mind, the quiet mind, the part of you that listens even when you are not trying to listen, the part of you that learns even when you think you are not learning. Yes, your subconscious mind. But before we go there, let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to speak English and the words felt stuck? Like your tongue knows the word, your brain knows the word, but somehow the word does not come out on time? Maybe you understand English in your head, but when you try to speak, you feel slow, nervous, or unsure. Maybe you translate in your mind first and then speak. Maybe you want to speak naturally, but something stops you. Something holds you back. Something invisible. That something is often the difference between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Right now, as you listen to my voice, your conscious mind is trying to understand each word. Your subconscious mind, however, is doing something very different. It is listening to rhythm. It is listening to tone. It is feeling the language. It is noticing patterns that you don't even realize you are noticing. And this is the beautiful part. Your subconscious mind is the part that makes you speak naturally. Not with fear. Not with doubt. Not with translation, but with confidence. So, in this story, in this long, slow, peaceful English journey, we will travel through the two minds inside you. You will see how they work. You will understand why English sometimes feels difficult. And you will learn how to unlock your subconscious mind so you can speak faster, smoother, and more naturally. But let me take you to the beginning of our story. A simple evening. A quiet room, and one small moment that changes everything. Imagine this. You sit in your room. Your English book is open in front of you. You read a sentence. You understand it. You read another sentence. You understand that too. Everything feels normal. Everything feels clear. Your conscious mind is working perfectly. But then, when you close the book and try to speak, you freeze. You feel a little scared. You feel slow. Your tongue becomes heavy. Your mind becomes cloudy. You feel like you forgot everything you learned. Why does this happen? This is the first big challenge in our story. And to understand it, we must give each part of your mind a simple explanation. Your conscious mind is like a small flashlight. It can see only one thing at a time. It tries hard. It gets tired. It wants everything to be correct. It focuses until it becomes stressed. Your subconscious mind is like the sun. It lights everything. It listens to everything. It remembers everything. It learns without trying. It does not get tired. It does not get stressed. And it does not need translation. When you speak your native language, you are speaking from your subconscious mind. That is why you speak quickly, naturally, without thinking. But when you speak English, you often use your conscious mind. The small flashlight. The slow, careful, tired mind. This is why speaking English feels hard. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do I change this? How do I speak from my subconscious mind instead? That is the journey we begin right now. So, let's step deeper into our story. Think back to when you were a child. You learned your native language with no grammar book, no vocabulary list, no translation. You learned by listening. You learned by repeating. You learned with emotion. Your subconscious mind was open, free, relaxed, curious. But then you grew older. You went to school. You learned to think, analyze, and plan with your conscious mind. This is good for math, good for science, good for exams. But it is not always good for language. Language is sound. Language is emotion. Language is rhythm. Language is feeling. Language is subconscious. This is why, when you study English grammar for many years, but do not practice listening, shadowing, or storytelling, your mind becomes unbalanced. Your conscious mind becomes strong, and your subconscious mind becomes quiet. But speaking English with confidence requires the opposite. You need your subconscious mind to wake up, to relax, to receive the language naturally, to accept English like music. And today, in this 1-hour journey, we will practice exactly that. Right now, as you listen to my voice, you are already training this deeper part of your mind. You may not realize it, but your subconscious mind is learning how English flows, how phrases connect, how rhythm moves, how emotion sounds, how ideas grow slowly and clearly. This is why long listening practice is so powerful. This is why storytelling works. This is why simple English creates strong subconscious learning. Now let me tell you something important. When you listen to long, simple English, your mind starts to shift. Almost like a door slowly opening. Your conscious mind starts to relax. It stops fighting. It stops trying too hard. It stops worrying about mistakes. And your subconscious mind begins to take control. This moment, this gentle shift, is where your real fluency begins. Not fast English. Not complicated English. Not perfect English. But real English. Natural English. Comfortable English. And so, our story continues. Let's return to the quiet room. The English book is still on your desk. But now, something is different. You close your eyes. You take a slow breath. You listen. For the first time, you feel English differently. You are not thinking about grammar. You are not thinking about rules. You are not thinking about mistakes. You are simply listening. You hear the rise and fall of my voice. You hear the pauses. You hear the gentle movement of ideas. You feel calm. You feel focused. You feel open. This is the beginning of subconscious learning. But our journey is only starting. Because soon, very soon, you will understand how your two minds communicate with each other, how they fight, how they help, and how you can make them work together to speak English faster and more naturally than ever before. Before we move deeper, I want you to imagine a door in your mind. On one side of the door is your conscious mind. On the other side is your subconscious mind. Right now, that door is half open. By the end of this lesson, it will be wide open. You will not just understand English more clearly. You will feel English more clearly. And that is the true secret of fluency. Now, take one more slow breath, because in the next section, we step into the heart of the story. We open the door. We enter the subconscious. And you discover what has been holding your English back and how to finally change it. The door stands in front of you now. Not a real door made of wood or metal. A quiet door inside your mind. A door that decides how you learn, how you speak, and how confident you feel when English comes out of your mouth. Right now, this door is half open. The conscious mind is standing on one side. It is bright, busy, full of thoughts. It wants to be correct. It wants to be fast. It wants to impress. It pushes. It tries. It works very hard. On the other side of the door is the subconscious mind. Calm. Deep. Silent. It does not rush. It does not think in words. It learns through feeling and experience. It remembers everything. It is the part of you that knows how to walk, how to breathe, How to speak your native language without thinking. Between these two minds, the door waits. Now, imagine you are standing in front of it. You place your hand on the handle. You feel that soft moment of curiosity and maybe a little fear. Because when you open this door fully, things change. The way you speak English changes. The way you understand yourself changes. The way you talk to the world changes. But today, you're ready. You take a breath. You push the door open. And you step inside. When you enter the space between your two minds, something interesting happens. You begin to see how your English journey has been shaped by both sides. Your conscious mind says, speak correctly. Don't make mistakes. Think before you talk. Remember the rule. Translate in your head first. It tries to help you. But sometimes, it helps too much. It becomes loud. It becomes heavy. It stops you from speaking naturally. Then you hear the quiet voice of your subconscious mind. It whispers not in words, but in feelings. Relax. Just speak. Let the sounds flow. Follow the rhythm. Don't worry about perfection. This difference, this quiet tension, is the center of your English challenge. Your conscious mind learns slowly, one piece at a time. Your subconscious mind learns fast, like a river collecting water from every direction. And now, standing inside this doorway, you understand something important. Your conscious mind studies English. Your subconscious mind becomes English. This is why long listening is powerful. This is why simple storytelling works. Because it feeds the subconscious mind. And today, your subconscious mind is waking up. Slowly. Gently. Naturally. Let's return to our story in the quiet room. The book is still on your desk, but now you are inside your mind, exploring the place where learning truly begins. You walk deeper into this space. You see memories, thoughts, ideas, old fears, dreams, and small moments from your life. Each one is like a small light floating around you. You stop in front of one memory. A moment from a few years ago. A moment when you tried to speak English with someone, but the words didn't come out smoothly. You felt nervous. You felt embarrassed. You felt small. The conscious mind took control that day. It told you don't speak. It told you you're not good enough. It told you you will make mistakes. Your subconscious mind stayed quiet. It wanted to help you. But the door between the two minds was almost closed that day. Now, inside this new space, you watch that memory gently. You don't judge it. You don't feel sad. You simply observe it with calm curiosity. Then something surprising happens. The memory becomes softer, lighter. It no longer feels like a heavy stone in your chest. Because now you understand why it happened. Your conscious mind was overworking. Your subconscious mind wasn't activated. And this new understanding opens the door a little more. You continue walking through this space inside your mind. The air feels warm, quiet, peaceful. You begin to understand how language learning really works. Not in quick moments, not in short study sessions, but in long, calm waves of listening and feeling. This is why today's story is long. Because your subconscious mind needs time. It needs repetition, rhythm, and emotion. It needs space to breathe. You move deeper, and now you see something interesting. It looks like a simple screen. On this screen, you see two versions of yourself. On the left is the conscious English speaker. This version of you is thinking hard, trying to remember words, trying to translate, trying to avoid mistakes, trying to be perfect. On the right is the subconscious English speaker. This version of you looks relaxed, comfortable, natural. The words come out smoothly. The rhythm sounds easy. There is no fear. No pressure. No tension. You watch both versions of yourself, and then you ask the question that has been inside you for a long time. How do I become that second version? How do I speak from my subconscious mind? The answer appears slowly on the screen. A simple sentence. You must feed the subconscious. And then another sentence appears. Long listening creates natural fluency. This is the truth many learners never hear. They study grammar for years. They memorize vocabulary lists. They write notes. They prepare for exams. But they do not train the subconscious mind. They do not listen long enough. They do not feel the language. They do not live inside the rhythm of English. But right now, you're doing that. You are giving your subconscious mind the food it needs. Slow, simple, peaceful English. Audio that feels like a gentle river. Words that move naturally. This is how fluency grows. You keep walking in this inner world, and suddenly you find a small table. On the table sits a cup filled with water. But the water is not calm. It is shaking. Small waves move inside it. This cup represents your mind when you try to speak English with fear. Your thoughts shake. Your confidence shakes. Your words shake. You touch the cup gently. The water shakes more. This is what happens when your conscious mind tries too hard. Then you place your hand over the cup. You breathe slowly. You pause. You let the moment become quiet. The water becomes calm. Still. Soft. This is what happens when your subconscious mind takes control. You smile a little. Because now you understand, to speak better English, you don't need more thinking. You need more feeling, more calm, more rhythm, more natural listening. The cup teaches you more in 10 seconds than a grammar book teaches in 10 weeks. You continue walking, and now the space around you begins to shift. The air becomes brighter. The floor becomes softer. The walls open wider. A new room appears in front of you. The room of fluency. When you step inside, you feel something warm on your shoulders. A gentle wave of confidence. Like someone placing a soft blanket around you. In this room, you can finally see what fluency really looks like. Not fast speaking. Not perfect grammar. Not complicated vocabulary. Real fluency is calm, clear, simple, connected. Your subconscious mind whispers to you. You don't need to speak fast to sound natural. You need to speak comfortably. You walk deeper into the room. There are no books here. No exams. No rules. Only sound. Only rhythm. Only feeling. This is the place where your subconscious learns. And now you're inside it. You sit down in this warm space. You close your eyes again. And slowly, the room fills with soft English phrases. Short, natural, friendly phrases. You'll be okay. Take your time. Let the words come. Listen first. Speak from your heart, not your fear. These phrases float around you like small lights. They rest in your mind. They melt into your subconscious. They become part of you. And you realize something powerful. Your subconscious mind learns best when you feel safe. This is why long, simple listening works. It creates safety. It creates comfort. It creates connection. It helps your subconscious open the door and accept the language. And now, at this exact moment, your English journey changes direction. You are no longer learning from stress. You are learning from calm. You are learning from experience. You are learning naturally. Your subconscious mind is awake. And the door between your two minds is now wide open. Imagine you wake up early in the morning. The world is still quiet. The sky is soft, not fully bright. You stretch your body, take a slow breath, and walk to the window. For a moment, everything feels calm. Everything feels peaceful. But inside your mind, a small argument begins. A gentle but constant fight. A fight between two voices. One voice says, I must speak correctly. I must use the right word. I must not make mistakes. This is the conscious mind. The careful mind. The thinking mind. The other voice says nothing. It doesn't speak. It doesn't plan. It just reacts. It just feels. It just follows old patterns. This is the subconscious mind. And today, we walk straight into the middle of this quiet, invisible battle. Because this battle is the reason you sometimes learn English fast and sometimes very, very slow. This battle is the reason you understand English in your head, but sometimes cannot speak it out loud. This battle is the reason you study for years, but still feel unsure when someone suddenly asks you a question. So, let's begin. Think about the last time someone asked you something in English. Maybe a friend. Maybe a teacher. Maybe a classmate. Maybe someone online. Do you remember what happened inside your mind? Most learners feel the same thing. The conscious mind jumps first. Like a student who raises their hand too quickly. It tries to choose the correct word. It tries to choose the correct grammar. It tries to choose the correct structure. But the problem is, the conscious mind is slow. It is like a small computer with too many windows open. It freezes. It feels pressure. It becomes confused. And while it is thinking, your mouth waits. Your voice waits. Your sentence waits. Finally, the moment passes. You feel embarrassed. You feel disappointed. You think, why can't I speak faster? I know this. I just can't say it. This is the moment when the conscious mind wins the battle, and the subconscious mind stays silent. But what if we reverse this? What if the subconscious mind becomes stronger than the conscious mind? What if speaking becomes a habit instead of a task? What if English flows from you like your native language? This is possible. More possible than you think. Let me show you how. Picture yourself sitting in a small cafe. There are people talking around you. Soft music playing. The smell of warm coffee in the air. You open your phone and listen to a short English story. At first, you focus on every word. You try to understand everything. Your conscious mind is working. But slowly, after a few minutes, something changes. Your mind stops fighting. It stops pushing. It stops trying too hard. You relax. You breathe. You enjoy the sound. And without even knowing it, your subconscious mind begins to take control. You start to understand the story naturally. You hear patterns. You hear rhythm. You hear emotion. You start to predict what will come next. Your conscious mind is awake, but quiet, soft, relaxed. Your subconscious mind takes the lead. And in this state, you learn 10 times faster. Not because the story is simple, not because you are focusing harder, but because your subconscious mind is active. This is the state we want every time you learn English. Let's take one more step, a deeper step, into the heart of the battle. Your conscious mind is the mind of thought. Your subconscious mind is the mind of habit. When you think too much, you do not speak well. When you speak from habit, you speak naturally. Right now, your English speaking habits are still developing. They are young. They are growing. They are not strong yet. But your thinking habits? They are very strong. Because you have been practicing them for many years in school. So how do we change this? How do we make English a subconscious habit? We must train the subconscious mind directly. Not with tests. Not with grammar rules. Not with pressure. But with listening, shadowing, repetition, stories, emotion, simple English, and long, calm, natural input. This is why this journey is long. 1 hour. Maybe more. Because long listening is the key that opens the subconscious mind. But wait, there is something even more important. Something most learners never realize. Your subconscious mind only learns when you feel safe. When you feel relaxed. When you feel calm. When you feel no fear of mistakes. This is why children learn languages faster. They are not scared. They are not trying to be perfect. They are not thinking about mistakes. Their conscious mind is quiet. Adults learn slower not because they are older, but because they are more afraid, more careful, more self-critical. So, in this section of our story, I want to tell you something simple yet powerful. Your subconscious mind will not learn English when you feel stressed. It learns when you feel peaceful, when you feel free, when you listen with curiosity instead of pressure. Now imagine this. You sit back. You relax. You breathe slowly. You listen to English, not like a student, but like a human. Like someone enjoying a story. Like someone traveling. Like someone listening to music. This is the moment the subconscious mind wakes up. This is the moment the battle becomes balanced. Thought versus habit. Conscious versus subconscious. Fear versus flow. And once the subconscious mind grows stronger, something magical begins to happen. You start speaking without thinking. You respond faster. You do not translate. You choose the right words easily. Your sentences feel smoother. Your confidence rises. Your fear disappears. Not because you memorized more rules, but because your brain changed. Your habits changed. Your internal patterns changed. And that brings us to the final part of this section. Imagine yourself again in that cafe. The story finishes. The music continues. Your coffee becomes warm in your hands. But inside you, something has shifted. Something feels different. You feel lighter. You feel more open. You feel connected to English in a new way. You are not just learning English anymore. You are becoming English. You are absorbing it. You are allowing it into your subconscious mind. And as you walk out of that cafe, the world feels a little different. Brighter. More possible. More open. Because now, you understand the battle inside your mind. You know what slows you down. You know what needs to become stronger. And you know that in the next part of this journey, we will begin training your subconscious mind directly. Step by step. Moment by moment. Breath by breath. Word by word. And soon, this quiet battle inside you will no longer be a battle. It will become harmony. Balance. Flow. But for now, take a breath, because the next section leads us into a deeper part of the mind, the part that decides your confidence, your speed, and your natural fluency. Before we continue our journey, I want you to imagine something simple. Imagine you wake up one morning, look in the mirror, and see yourself feeling a little unsure. Maybe you're thinking about English. Maybe you're thinking about a test or a conversation or a moment when you tried to speak and you felt nervous. This moment, this small feeling, is not just emotion. It is a story inside your mind. A story that your conscious mind created and your subconscious mind believed. Because yes, your mind is full of stories. Stories about what you can do. Stories about what you cannot do. Stories about who you are. Stories about the language you speak. Stories about the mistakes you made. Stories about the mistakes you want to avoid. And these stories, they shape your English more than any grammar rule ever will. Let me tell you a secret. Every time you say, "My English is bad," or "I cannot speak fast," or "I always forget words," you are not describing reality. You are creating a story. A story your subconscious mind listens to quietly, deeply, powerfully. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It does not fight you. It does not say, "No, you are wrong." It simply accepts the message and says, "Okay. If you say so, I believe you." And that belief shapes your confidence. It shapes your fluency. It shapes your voice. So today, in this part of our journey, we step into the stories your mind repeats, and the stories that can change your English forever. Think about the first time you tried speaking English in real life. Maybe it was in a classroom. Maybe it was with a foreign friend. Maybe it was in a shop, or on a street, or during a trip. You probably remember it clearly. Maybe you felt excited. Maybe you felt scared. Maybe you felt both. Your conscious mind was active, very active. You were thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if they don't understand me? What if I forget the word? What if I look silly? And when your conscious mind feels fear, your subconscious mind feels it too. Fear becomes a story. A story becomes a belief. A belief becomes a habit. And a habit becomes your reality. But here is the truth. This story is not permanent. The mind can change its story. Your subconscious mind can learn a new message, a new idea, a new belief. And that is exactly what we are doing right now, slowly, gently, calmly, by listening, imagining, and feeling the language. Let me show you something. Close your eyes for a moment. Just listen. Breathe slowly. Feel the words not as grammar, not as rules, but as sound. Simple sound. Friendly sound. Now imagine a different version of yourself. A version that wakes up in the morning, looks in the mirror, and says, I am learning English every day. I understand more than before. I speak better today than yesterday. I am growing, even if I don't see it immediately. This is not empty motivation. This is not fake positivity. This is subconscious training. This is language learning at the deepest level. The subconscious mind is emotional. The subconscious mind listens to feelings, not rules. When you feel small, your English feels small. When you feel calm, your English becomes calm. When you feel open, your English becomes free. When you feel proud, your English grows. And so, this part of our journey is about changing the story from the inside. Not by force, not by pressure, not by perfection, but by gentle understanding. Let me tell you a short story. A simple one. A story of a learner named Mira. Mira studied English for many years. She knew vocabulary. She knew grammar. She could read well. She could write well. She could understand slow speaking. But she could not speak. Every time she tried, her conscious mind filled her with fear. What if I make a mistake? What if my accent is bad? What if I forget? What if they laugh? These small questions became big stories. And these stories became her truth. One day, her teacher told her something simple. Mira, your English is fine. It is your story that is stopping you. At first, she didn't understand. But then the teacher said, you are speaking from fear, not language. Change the story, and your English will follow. That night, Mira listened to simple English. She listened slowly, calmly, with no stress. She did this every day. And without even noticing, her subconscious mind changed the story. She started believing she could speak. And when the belief changed, her fluency changed. Not because she learned new rules. Not because she memorized new vocabulary. But because she changed the story her mind believed. You are the same. Your subconscious mind is listening right now. It listens to my voice. It listens to your breath. It listens to the emotions behind the words. And it learns. This is the heart of subconscious English learning. Now, let me take you deeper. Inside your mind, there is a tiny, almost invisible, narrator. This narrator talks all day. Sometimes softly. Sometimes loudly. Sometimes with fear. Sometimes with hope. This narrator comments on everything you do. When you speak English, it says, good, or bad, or hard, or easy. When you listen to English, it says, I understand, or I don't understand, or this is too fast, or this is simple. When you make mistakes, it says, it's okay, or you're terrible. When you succeed, it says, nice job, or you just got lucky. This narrator is not the real you. It is only a habit, a learned voice, a voice that was created long ago. But here's the part your conscious mind usually forgets. You can rewrite the narrator. You can teach it a new tone. You can teach it new messages. You can teach it to support you instead of stopping you. And the easiest way to change your narrator is through long, gentle listening. Just like you are doing right now. Because when you hear calm, simple English for a long time, your inner narrator starts copying that calmness. It mirrors the rhythm. It imitates the tone. It begins to believe English is safe. English is simple. English feels good. English is part of me. This is how your subconscious mind learns fastest. Not through pressure, through repetition, through emotion, through comfort, through positive inner storytelling. This is why today, right now, you are doing something powerful. More powerful than memorizing 50 words. More powerful than studying complicated grammar. You are teaching your subconscious mind to feel safe with English. And when the mind feels safe, it learns like a child. Fast, natural, effortless. Let's go even deeper. Right now, in this moment, I want you to ask yourself a small, simple question. What story is my mind telling me about English? Is it telling you that English is difficult? Or that English is possible? Is it telling you that you're slow? Or that you're improving? Is it telling you that you cannot speak? Or that you are growing slowly but strongly? Your subconscious mind is not judging you. It is listening. It is absorbing. It is learning. The stories inside your mind create the world outside your mind. If you believe you can speak, you will speak. If you believe you are learning, you will learn. If you believe you can grow, you will grow. And this, my friend, is the quiet transformation we are creating right now. Not with force, not with pressure, but with gentle inner understanding. Because fluency is not only about language. It is about emotion. It is about belief. It is about the story you tell yourself every day. And today, right here, in this simple listening practice, you are writing a new story. A story where English feels light. A story where English feels natural. A story where you speak with calm confidence. A story where the subconscious mind supports you, not stops you. This is the beginning of your transformation. And the journey continues. Let me take you back to a moment. A moment that almost every English learner has experienced, maybe even you. You are watching a movie in English. The scene is simple. Two people are talking. One person says a short sentence. You understand the meaning. You feel good. You feel proud. Then they say another sentence, a little faster, a little more natural. You miss one word. Then you miss two words. Suddenly you feel lost. The meaning escapes you. You feel like the English world is running ahead and you are still walking behind. But then something surprising happens. A few days later, you watch the same movie again. And this time, without trying, you catch more words. You understand more sentences. You feel more comfortable. You feel more connected with the language. Why? Why did you understand more the second time? Because of repetition. Not boring repetition. Not forced repetition. Not school-style repetition. But natural repetition. Gentle repetition. Repetition that enters the subconscious mind without stress. And this is where our story continues. You see, your subconscious mind learns like the ocean. Slow waves coming again and again. Each wave bringing a little sand, a little sound, a little meaning, a little confidence. You may not see the change each day, but something is building inside you. Little by little. Softly. Quietly. Powerfully. The subconscious mind loves repetition because repetition tells the brain, this is important. Remember this. Keep this. Use this. When you hear a phrase one time, your conscious mind understands it. When you hear it 10 times, your subconscious mind remembers it. When you hear it 100 times, your subconscious mind uses it automatically. This is why children learn so fast. They listen to the same small sentences every day. I'm hungry. I'm tired. Come here. Let's go. Try again. The child does not study these sentences. The child does not translate them. The child does not write them in a notebook. The child hears them again and again, and again, and again. And one day, the child just starts using them. Naturally. Without effort. Without fear. Without thinking. This is the power of repetition. And this is the part of your English journey we explore now. Let me bring you back into the story. You sit in your small quiet room. Your English notebook is closed. There is no pressure, no exam, no test. Just your mind, your breath, and your curiosity. You play an English audio. Maybe this one. You listen. You enjoy the calm rhythm. You feel the words move like small waves inside your mind. But this time, you do something different. After the audio finishes, you play it again. Not because you must. Not because it is homework. But because you want your mind to relax. To sink deeper. To open that internal door a little more. The first time you listen, your conscious mind works hard. It tries to grab meaning. It tries to hold every idea. But the second time, something changes. Your subconscious mind wakes up. It begins to notice things you didn't notice before. The sound of letters. The shape of sentences. The rhythm of pauses. The emotion in the voice. And with every repeat, your English becomes softer, easier, more familiar, more natural. This is not magic. This is science. This is your subconscious mind doing the work it was born to do. Because the subconscious learns through patterns, not rules. Through rhythm, not grammar charts. Through sound, not translation. So every time you repeat something in English, you are building roads inside your mind. Small roads at first. But with time, those roads become strong, wide highways where sentences travel fast and easily. This is why native speakers do not think before they speak. They are not faster. They are not smarter. They simply have stronger language roads. And now you're building yours too. Let me share a secret with you. A simple truth that can change your English forever. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is power. Because repetition takes pressure away. It allows your conscious mind to rest. And it allows your subconscious mind to rise. Think of music. Think of the songs you love. You didn't learn the lyrics by studying them. You learned them by hearing them again, and again, and again. One day, you just knew the lyrics. Without effort. Without stress. Without trying. This is exactly how you should learn English. When you find a story that feels good, listen again. When you find a video that touches your heart, play it again. When you find a voice that makes you feel calm, follow that voice again tomorrow. Because every repeat is like watering a small seed. The seed grows quietly. You cannot see every step. But the growth is real. And your English grows the same way. Now imagine this. You return to your room the next day. You sit on the same chair. You press play on the same audio. This time, you already know the story. You already understand the meaning. So your conscious mind relaxes. It steps back. It breathes. Your subconscious mind steps forward. It listens deeply. It feels the sounds. It absorbs the language. Then something amazing happens. You begin to predict the next sentence. Your mind knows what is coming. Your brain prepares the next idea before it arrives. This moment, this small moment, is the beginning of fluency. Because fluency is not fast speaking. Fluency is predictive understanding. Fluency is your mind flowing with the language, not chasing it. And prediction comes from repetition. Every repeat gives your brain more confidence, more clarity, more comfort, more familiarity. You are not memorizing English. You are absorbing English. Like sunlight, like air, like music. This is the gentle power of repetition. Before we end this section, let me ask you something important. What would happen if you repeated small English listening practices every day? What would happen if you repeated the same story for 1 week? What would happen if you repeated simple phrases in your mind when you walk, cook, shower, or travel? Your subconscious mind would begin to speak for you. It would begin to choose words for you. It would begin to guide your tongue, your breath, your rhythm. And that is how natural English begins. Not with pressure, not with rules, not with perfection, but with gentle repetition, repeated again and again over time. This is your turning point. This is where the story of your English changes. Not because the language becomes easier, but because you change. Because your subconscious mind wakes up and joins the journey. Now, take a slow breath. Feel your mind relaxing. Feel your confidence rising little by little. In the next section, we go even deeper. We explore how emotion connects to language and how emotional learning can make your English faster, stronger, and more natural than anything you studied before. There is a moment in every learning journey when something quiet begins to change. It does not happen loudly. It does not happen suddenly. It does not shout or call your name. It happens slowly, gently, like the morning light that slowly fills a room. And this change begins inside you when you practice English in a calm, relaxed, and natural way. Today, in this part of our long journey, we talk about that special kind of practice. The practice that does not feel like practice. The kind of practice that reaches your subconscious mind, even when your conscious mind is tired, distracted, or busy with many other things. Imagine yourself sitting somewhere peaceful. Maybe a room. Maybe a quiet corner of a library. Maybe a bus seat near the window. You don't have your English book with you. You are not studying grammar rules. You are not thinking about vocabulary lists. You are just listening. Listening to a story. Listening to simple English. Listening to a voice that speaks slowly, clearly, and warmly. At first, you think nothing is happening. You are just listening. Just sitting. Just breathing. But deep inside your mind, something powerful is waking up. Your subconscious mind is quietly absorbing English. Without stress. Without fear. Without pressure. Like a sponge absorbing water. This is the silent practice that most learners forget. They believe they must always study hard. They believe that they must always push themselves. They believe that learning must feel difficult to be effective. But language doesn't grow with pressure. Language grows with comfort, with repetition, with emotion, with gentle listening. When you listen for many minutes or even for one whole hour, something magical happens. Your conscious mind becomes soft and quiet. It stops controlling everything. It stops judging your skills. It stops trying to be perfect. And when your conscious mind finally relaxes, your subconscious mind steps forward. It begins to collect phrases. It begins to copy rhythm. It begins to follow emotion. It begins to learn naturally, just like a child learns their first language. Let me tell you a small story. There was a student named Lena. She studied English for many years. She did grammar exercises, vocabulary worksheets, and reading tests. She could understand a lot, but when she tried to speak, she always felt nervous. She felt like the words were locked inside her brain. She said, "I know the words, but I cannot say them fast." One day, she decided to try something different. She did not open her grammar book. She did not write notes. She simply played one English story every night before sleeping. She did not force herself to remember anything. She just listened. Slowly, calmly, gently. After 1 week, she noticed something strange. When she spoke with her friend in English, she used a sentence she did not even remember learning. It just came out. Naturally. Smoothly. Without translation. Lena was surprised. She asked herself, "When did I learn this?" The answer was simple. She learned it when she was not trying to learn. She learned it when her conscious mind was quiet and her subconscious mind was awake. Her silent practice changed her. This is exactly what is happening to you right now as you listen to my voice. You may not feel it yet. You may think you are simply listening to English. But every minute is building something inside you. Every sentence is shaping your fluency. Every moment of calm listening is feeding your subconscious mind. And very soon, you will feel it in your speaking. You will open your mouth, and suddenly the words will come out more easily. You will feel less fear. You will feel more rhythm. You will feel more confidence. But silent practice is not only listening. Silent practice is also noticing. Noticing feelings. Noticing thoughts. Noticing moments when English becomes easier. Noticing moments when your mind relaxes. You may be sitting quietly with your headphones on, listening to a story. And suddenly you realize, I understand this without translating. That moment is powerful. That moment means your subconscious mind is working. Silent practice is also shadowing. Not copying loudly. Not shouting. But whispering. Softly repeating after the voice. Matching the rhythm. Feeling the flow. Not thinking. Just following. Like walking behind someone on a peaceful path. When you shadow in a relaxed way, you are teaching your subconscious mind how English feels. You are training your tongue. You are training your mouth. You are training the small muscles that shape the sounds. Even when you whisper, your brain is working. Your fluency is growing. There is another story that explains this power. A young man named Arjun wanted to improve his English for many years. He studied every day, but he always felt stuck at an intermediate level. One day, his teacher told him, "Stop studying so hard. Start listening more." At first, he didn't believe it. He thought listening was too easy. He thought real learning must be difficult. But he decided to try. He listened to slow English stories for 30 minutes every day. Sometimes he paid attention. Sometimes his mind wandered. Sometimes he even felt sleepy. But he kept listening. After 3 months, something changed. His speaking became faster. His sentences became smoother. His mistakes became fewer. And he realized it was not because he studied more. It was because he listened more. His subconscious mind was finally awake. Silent practice also builds confidence. When you listen to English without pressure, your mind stops connecting English with stress. Instead, English becomes comfortable. English becomes familiar. English becomes friendly. You stop feeling scared of mistakes. You stop feeling embarrassed. You stop thinking, what if I say something wrong? Because in your subconscious mind, English becomes a natural part of you. Not a school subject. Not a test. Not something to fear. But something you can enjoy. Think about your favorite song. You probably know the rhythm. You know the melody. Maybe you know some of the words. You did not study the song. You did not memorize it. You learned it because you listened to it many times. You enjoyed it. It became part of you. This is how your subconscious mind learns English. Slowly. Repeatedly. Comfortably. Without pressure. This is the moment in your journey where you begin to trust the process. You begin to understand that fluency is not something you force. It is something you allow. Something you grow. Something you receive. And this gentle process, this quiet listening, is the key that opens the door to the confident English speaker inside you. As you continue listening to long, simple, friendly English stories, your subconscious mind continues building patterns. Patterns of sound. Patterns of speech. Patterns of emotion. And one day, without warning, you will notice something extraordinary. Your English begins to flow. It feels lighter. It feels smoother. It feels easier. You will speak, and you will hear yourself speaking, and you will think, this is me. This is the English speaker I wanted to be. And this transformation begins with silence, with gentle listening, with relaxed practice, with the kind of learning that feels soft, warm, and peaceful. The kind of learning that reaches your deeper mind. Now, take a deep breath. Because in the next section, we will explore how your subconscious mind begins to shape your identity as an English speaker. How the way you see yourself, the way you imagine yourself, and the way you talk to yourself can change your fluency forever. You have listened carefully. You have started to understand the two minds inside you. Now it is time to take the next step. This is the moment where awareness turns into action, where knowledge becomes practice, where the mind begins to change in a real, lasting way. But first, I want you to pause. Close your eyes if you want. Take a slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Notice something. Your conscious mind is quieting down. Your subconscious mind is opening. You are ready to step into action. Now, here's the truth about learning English. It is not about memorizing words. It is not about studying grammar rules. It is not about translating sentences in your head. The most powerful English learning happens when your subconscious mind takes the lead. And to let that happen, you need simple, practical steps. Step 1. Listen without thinking. Not just a little listening, but long, slow, simple listening. Stories, conversations, podcasts. The goal is not to understand every word. The goal is to feel the language. To let the rhythm of English enter your mind naturally. Your subconscious will notice patterns, word order, and pronunciation even if your conscious mind is tired. Step 2. Shadowing. This is one of the most powerful tools you can use. Shadowing means you listen to English, and you speak at the same time, slowly copying the sounds. Not worrying about grammar. Not worrying about mistakes. Just copying the flow, the rhythm, the emotion. Your subconscious mind begins to understand English as a living language. Your conscious mind relaxes and trusts the process. Step 3. Visualize speaking English. Close your eyes. Picture yourself in a real situation. Maybe you are ordering food. Maybe you are talking to a friend. Imagine yourself speaking slowly, clearly, confidently. Feel the words in your mouth. Feel the language moving naturally. Your subconscious mind learns from images and feelings. This is training your mind to speak automatically. Step 4. Repeat simple sentences. Not complicated phrases. Not long paragraphs. Just short, clear sentences that you can remember and feel. Repeat them many times out loud. Your tongue, your lips, and your mind will begin to work together. Speaking English starts to feel normal. Step 5. Be patient. Your subconscious mind learns slowly. It does not rush. It does not worry about speed or perfection. It learns by repeating, by listening, and by feeling. You may not notice progress immediately, but every day, your subconscious mind is building new pathways. Every day, speaking English becomes easier. Now, let's connect these steps to your daily life. Imagine a simple day. You wake up. You listen to English while having breakfast. You repeat a few sentences. You visualize speaking English during your day. You go to school, work, or meet friends, and your mind quietly notices English everywhere. Notice this. Your subconscious mind works best when you are relaxed and curious. Stress, fear, and pressure make your conscious mind take over. Then speaking feels slow, hard, and unnatural. But curiosity, listening, repetition, visualization, these open the door. Here is a small secret most learners do not know. When you practice English in this way, you are training your subconscious mind to do two things. Recognize English patterns automatically. Produce English naturally without overthinking. This is how you move from slow, careful English to fluent, confident English. Let's make this real with a small story. Imagine a student named Rena. Rena was afraid to speak English. She studied grammar books, memorized vocabulary lists, and tried to translate sentences in her head. But when she spoke, words got stuck. Her tongue felt heavy. Her voice was quiet. Then one day, she tried something different. She started listening to simple English stories every morning. She repeated sentences out loud. She imagined herself speaking confidently in everyday situations. She did this slowly, consistently, without pressure. After a few weeks, something changed. Rena noticed she could speak without translating. She could answer questions naturally. She felt calm and confident. Her subconscious mind had started to take control. Her conscious mind relaxed. English no longer felt hard. It felt normal. Rena's story is not unusual. It can be your story too. Now, let's pause and think. Which of these steps can you start today? Which small action will help your subconscious mind learn faster? Remember, the goal is automatic English. Speaking naturally. Thinking in English. Feeling confident. Every day, even 10 minutes of listening, repeating, visualizing, is stronger than hours of grammar study without listening. And here is another key idea. Make mistakes freely. Your subconscious mind does not care about mistakes. It learns from patterns, from sounds, and from repetition. When you stop fearing mistakes, your conscious mind relaxes. Your subconscious mind begins to take the lead. This is where true fluency begins. Let's end this section with a small practice. I want you to close your eyes. Listen to my voice carefully. Repeat these sentences slowly in your own voice. I can speak English naturally. I listen to English and my mind understands. I feel confident when I speak. I trust my subconscious mind to help me learn. Say them slowly. Feel the words. Repeat them 3 times. Notice how your tongue moves. Notice how your mouth feels. Notice how your mind relaxes. These small steps, done daily, will change your English. They will build fluency from the inside out. Not forced, not rushed, but steady, natural, and confident. By the end of this practice, your subconscious mind will be quietly working. It will remember the rhythm of English. It will remember the sounds. It will feel confident. And when the moment comes, when you need to speak, your words will flow. This is not magic. This is science. This is your mind learning the way it was designed to learn language. And now, in the next section, we will explore how to connect your conscious mind and subconscious mind perfectly, so English becomes a part of your daily life, naturally, without struggle, without stress, and with joy. You have practiced. You have listened. You have repeated. You have imagined speaking English naturally. Now it is time for the final step in this journey, bringing your conscious mind and subconscious mind together. Think of your conscious mind as a small boat. It is careful. It rows slowly. It worries about obstacles. Now think of your subconscious mind as the river. It flows naturally. It carries the boat. It does not get tired. It knows the way. When these two work together, the boat moves smoothly, quickly, and safely. This is exactly how your English learning works. But most learners struggle because the boat tries to row against the river. The conscious mind wants perfection. It wants to remember grammar rules. It wants to translate every word. It becomes tense. It slows down. The subconscious mind, however, wants flow. It wants to feel. It wants rhythm. It wants repetition and listening. It learns by doing, not by thinking. The key is simple. Let the river guide the boat. Your conscious mind can observe. It can make small corrections. It can notice patterns. But it must trust the flow of your subconscious mind. Here is how to do it. Step 1. Daily listening routine. Pick a story, podcast, or video in English. Listen slowly and carefully. Do not worry about every word. Your subconscious mind will pick up patterns automatically. Step 2. Shadow speaking. Speak along with what you hear. Try to copy the sound, rhythm, and emotion. Do not think about grammar. Do not translate. Let your tongue and mouth move naturally. Step 3. Micro practice. Repeat short phrases during your day, while walking, cooking, or waiting. Even 10 seconds matter. Your subconscious mind learns best when it practices repeatedly in short bursts. Step 4. Conscious reflection. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I notice? Which words felt easy? Which patterns are becoming natural? This allows your conscious mind to guide the subconscious without forcing it. Step 5. Visualization before sleep. Imagine conversations. Imagine yourself speaking confidently. Your subconscious mind works deeply while you rest. It reinforces learning naturally. Now, let's make this clear with a story. A young man named Amir wanted to improve his English. He had studied grammar books for years. He could write well. He could understand reading and listening. But speaking, that was different. Every time Amir tried to speak, he froze. He translated each sentence in his head. He worried about mistakes. His voice was slow and uncertain. Then Amir discovered the power of connecting conscious and subconscious minds. He started listening to short English stories every morning. He shadowed the sentences slowly. He repeated phrases during the day. And at night, he imagined conversations with friends. After a few weeks, Amir felt a change. Speaking English became easier, faster, natural. He did not think about grammar. He did not translate. His conscious mind relaxed. His subconscious mind led the way. This is the result of bringing the two minds together. When you trust your subconscious mind, when you support it with small conscious steps, your English will flow like a river. Here is a practical tip you can try today. Pick a simple story in English. Listen to it once. Close your eyes and repeat the sentences softly. Speak slowly. Feel the flow. Then, visualize a short conversation using the same words. Do this for 10 to 15 minutes. Even this small daily practice trains your subconscious mind. Even this small step connects your conscious mind to the subconscious. Remember, fluency is not about speed. It is about confidence. It is about flow. It is about trusting your mind to speak naturally. And here is the secret. Your subconscious mind learns faster than your conscious mind ever could. It absorbs patterns, pronunciation, rhythm, and emotion. It practices even while you sleep. It speaks automatically when you allow it to. The final piece is patience. Do not rush. Do not expect perfection. Do not compare yourself to others. Language learning is not a race. It is a journey, a long, gentle river. And when your conscious mind relaxes, when your subconscious mind flows, you will arrive naturally at fluent English. Before we finish this section, let's do a small exercise together. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and breathe out. Now repeat these sentences slowly. I trust my subconscious mind to help me speak English. My conscious mind guides me gently. I speak English with confidence and flow. I enjoy listening, speaking, and learning every day. Say them 3 times slowly, aloud. Feel the words. Feel the flow. Notice your mind relaxing. This is the bridge between the conscious and subconscious. This is where your English becomes natural. This is where fluency begins. You have learned how to open the door to your subconscious mind. You have practiced listening, shadowing, and visualization. You have started connecting your conscious and subconscious mind. Now, the question is, how do you keep this progress? How do you make English a natural part of your life every day without forcing it? The answer is daily habits. Simple, small actions that train your mind gently, consistently, and naturally. Let's explore them slowly. Habit 1. Listen every day. Even 10 to 15 minutes is enough. Listen to stories, podcasts, or videos in English. Do not worry about understanding every word. Your subconscious mind will absorb patterns, rhythm, and pronunciation automatically. Over time, this builds a natural ear for English. Habit 2. Shadowing practice. Pick a short audio or video. Speak along with the narrator, imitating the sound, pace, and emotion. This helps your mouth, tongue, and voice remember English naturally. Do it slowly at first, then gradually increase your speed. Remember, speed is less important than accuracy and comfort. Habit 3. Daily repetition of simple phrases. Short, clear sentences repeated many times are more powerful than long paragraphs you never finish. Repeat phrases aloud while cooking, walking, or waiting. Even 10 seconds count. This strengthens your subconscious mind and builds automatic speaking skills. Habit 4. Visualization. Imagine real-life situations where you need English. Picture yourself speaking confidently. Feel the emotions, the confidence, the natural flow. Your subconscious mind will practice these conversations while you rest, while you sleep, and while you go about your day. Habit 5. Active reflection. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what sentences felt easy today? What patterns do I notice? What sounds do I remember? This lets your conscious mind guide learning without stress. Habit 6. Be patient and enjoy the process. Fluency is not about speed. It is about flow. It is about comfort. Do not rush. Do not worry about mistakes. Your subconscious mind learns naturally when you relax. Now, let's make this more real with a story. A student named Layla wanted to speak English confidently. She tried many methods: grammar books, translation, and long memorization sessions. But she was always nervous when speaking. Her conscious mind tried too hard. Her subconscious mind was quiet. Then Layla changed her approach. She started listening to short English stories every morning. She repeated simple phrases while cooking. She shadowed short sentences at night. She visualized conversations before sleep. She reflected on small successes every day. After a few weeks, Layla felt a shift. Speaking became easier. Words came naturally. Her voice sounded confident. She no longer translated. She no longer feared mistakes. Her subconscious mind had taken the lead. Her conscious mind supported gently. English became a part of her life. This is the power of daily habits. Small steps, taken every day, produce lasting results. Even 10 minutes of practice can change your English over weeks. Here is a practical tip for you. Create a daily English routine. It could look like this. Morning, 10 minutes listening to a story. Afternoon, repeat simple sentences while doing daily tasks. Evening, shadow short audio or video clips. Night, visualize conversations before sleep. Reflection, 2 to 3 minutes thinking about your progress. Even this simple routine, followed consistently, will train your subconscious mind to speak English automatically. Notice something important: consistency beats intensity. 1 hour once a week is less effective than 10 minutes every day. Your mind learns when repetition is natural and consistent. Your subconscious mind does not get tired. It absorbs slowly, steadily, and permanently. Before we finish this section, let's do a small guided exercise. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and out. Repeat these sentences aloud, slowly, feeling each word. I practice English every day. My subconscious mind learns naturally. I speak English with confidence and flow. I enjoy learning English every day. Say them 3 times. Feel your tongue, your mouth, your mind moving naturally. This is the habit of fluency in action. Remember, learning English is not just about rules. It is about rhythm. It is about flow. It is about patience. It is about enjoying the journey. By practicing these habits daily, your English will grow steadily. Your subconscious mind will lead. Your conscious mind will guide. Speaking English will become effortless. You have learned how to listen, shadow, visualize, and build daily habits. You have started connecting your conscious and subconscious mind. Now comes an important step: using English in real life. Because fluency is not about practicing in isolation. It is about speaking, understanding, and expressing yourself naturally in daily life. Let's start slowly. Imagine a simple situation. You walk into a cafe. You want to order a coffee. Your conscious mind knows the words. Your subconscious mind knows the rhythm. You breathe slowly. You speak slowly. You say, "Hello. Can I have a coffee, please?" Notice something. It is simple. It is natural. No translation needed. No stress. Your subconscious mind handles the flow. Now, let's make it slightly more challenging. You sit with a friend at the cafe. You want to ask questions. You want to have a short conversation. Your mind may feel nervous. Your conscious mind may worry. This is normal. Every learner experiences it. But here is the key. Apply the habits you practiced. Listen first. Notice the words your friend uses. Shadow silently in your mind. Repeat short phrases naturally. Visualize what you want to say. Then speak slowly, comfortably. Do not rush. Do not translate. Your subconscious mind will lead. Let's imagine another real-life scenario, school or work. You're in a meeting or classroom. Someone asks a question in English. Your conscious mind wants to think carefully. Your subconscious mind knows the language patterns. Instead of panicking, use your flow. Listen carefully. Repeat phrases mentally. Speak naturally, step by step. Even a small answer is enough. Your mind is learning. Your confidence grows. Here is an important idea. Every interaction is practice. Every conversation, small or long, trains your subconscious mind. Mistakes are not failures. They are signals. They are opportunities for learning. Now, let's talk about travel or real-life adventure. Imagine you visit another country. English is everywhere. Signs, menus, announcements, people speaking. Your conscious mind may feel overwhelmed. But your subconscious mind is ready. Because you have practiced listening, shadowing, and visualizing. You recognize patterns automatically. You can form sentences naturally. Even simple sentences work. Where is the bus? How much is this? I would like some water, please. These small interactions build confidence. Your subconscious mind reinforces learning. Over time, you begin to think in English automatically. Your conscious mind relaxes. Your English flows naturally. Let's make it practical with a story. A young learner, Sammy, loved English but was afraid to speak. He studied for years in books, but conversation was difficult. He decided to apply daily habits. He listened every day. He shadowed sentences. He visualized conversations. He repeated simple phrases. Then he traveled to an English-speaking city. At first, he felt nervous. But he remembered his practice. He asked for directions. He ordered food. He spoke with a shopkeeper. Sammy noticed something surprising. His words came naturally. He did not translate. He made small mistakes. But he corrected them without stress. His subconscious mind was working. His conscious mind was calm. By the end of the trip, Sammy could hold full conversations comfortably. Not because he memorized everything, but because he trained his mind to speak naturally every day. Here is a simple exercise you can try today. Imagine a real situation in your life. Maybe it is talking to a classmate. Maybe ordering food. Maybe asking for directions. Visualize yourself speaking slowly and clearly. Repeat key phrases aloud. Notice your tongue, mouth, and mind moving naturally. Then, if possible, try it in real life. Even one small conversation matters. Even one small interaction trains your subconscious mind. Every time you speak, your English becomes stronger. Remember this. Fluency is a living skill. It is not a test. It is not a paper exercise. It grows through listening, speaking, and feeling. Your conscious mind can guide. Your subconscious mind can flow. When these two work together in real life, English becomes natural, confident, smooth, effortless. Before we finish this section, do a short reflection. Think of a real situation you will use English in this week. Visualize it slowly. Imagine yourself speaking clearly, confidently, and naturally. Say these sentences aloud. I speak English naturally in real life. I listen, I repeat, I visualize, and I speak. My conscious mind guides me gently, my subconscious mind flows. Repeat 3 times slowly. Feel the words. Feel the flow. This is the bridge from practice to real-life fluency. Congratulations! You have traveled through the story of your own mind. You have explored the conscious mind. You have stepped into the subconscious mind. You have learned how to listen, shadow, visualize, and practice daily. You have seen how small habits, applied every day, can build real fluency. Now it is time to reflect. Time to see the whole picture. Time to understand how all these steps connect. Think back to the beginning. You sat quietly, maybe a little nervous. You wondered why English sometimes feels hard. You learned that your conscious mind was working too hard, while your subconscious mind was quiet. You learned to open the door. You listened without translating. You shadowed sentences. You repeated phrases. You visualized conversations. You built daily habits. You applied your learning in real life. And now you are ready to move forward. The first big lesson is this. Trust your subconscious mind. It is powerful. It absorbs patterns. It remembers rhythm. It learns naturally. It does not get tired or stressed. Your conscious mind has an important role too. It notices mistakes. It reflects. It guides learning. The secret is balance. Let your subconscious mind flow. Let your conscious mind guide gently. Do not force. Do not rush. When these two minds work together, fluency happens naturally. The second lesson is consistency over intensity. Fluency is not built in a single hour or a single week. It grows slowly, steadily every day. 10 minutes of listening daily is stronger than one long study session once a week. Small, repeated actions create long-lasting results. Think of it like a river. A river does not rush. It flows steadily. It carves valleys, nourishes forests, and reaches the ocean. Your English grows the same way. The third lesson is real-life practice matters. Speaking in class, in a cafe, with friends, or even in your imagination strengthens your mind. Every interaction, no matter how small, trains your subconscious to speak naturally. Mistakes are normal. They are not a failure. They are signals that your mind is learning. Embrace them. Learn from them. And continue flowing. Let's summarize your journey in practical steps. Listen daily to simple stories or audio. Shadow sentences slowly, copying sounds, rhythm, and emotion. Repeat phrases throughout the day. Visualize conversations before and during your day. Reflect briefly each day on what you noticed. Apply in real life, even small interactions. Be patient and trust the process. Do these consistently, and your English will transform naturally. Before we finish, let's do one final practice together. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and out. Repeat these sentences slowly, feeling each word. I speak English naturally every day. My subconscious mind flows, my conscious mind guides. I enjoy listening, repeating, visualizing, and speaking. Fluency grows steadily, naturally, and confidently. Say them 3 times. Feel your mind opening. Feel your confidence growing. Feel your English becoming a part of you. Finally, remember this. Learning English is not about perfection. It is about flow. It is about patience. It is about trusting your mind. Every small action matters. Every small practice builds your future fluency. Your journey does not end here. It continues with every sentence you speak, every conversation you have, and every moment you practice. Fluency is not a goal at the end. It is a living skill, growing naturally with time, attention, and care. So, my friend, take what you learned today. Open your mind. Listen. Speak. Visualize. Reflect. And enjoy your English journey. Your subconscious mind is ready. Your conscious mind can guide. And your English can flow naturally, confidently, and beautifully. This is your journey, your fluency, your story. And it starts now. Thank you for joining Fluent English Journey. Keep practicing. Keep listening. Keep speaking. And remember, your mind learns naturally and your English will grow every day.